to You with Dr. Mona Minkara.
Hello, and welcome to Back to You, where we interview friends and fans of Planes, Trains, and Canes. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Hi, Mona. I'm Marina Mahathir. I'm the founder of a travel website for women called Zafigo.com out here
Really cool.
in Malaysia. And how did we find you? Well, Zafigo.com, as you know, is a travel website that tries to empower women to travel on their own safely, smoothly, successfully. And we started about 7 years ago, and we used to have on-the-ground events called Zafigo X, where people get together, women get together, and listen to all sorts of inspiring speakers and all that. But of course, because of the pandemic, we had to do something different. So, like a lot of people, we went online, and we started a series of panels, I guess you could call them, called Hello Zafigo, where every 2 weeks or so, I would talk to various people, either they're involved in the travel industry or they are travelers or something else. But as long as it's interesting, it empowers women, we have them there. We wanted to do an episode on differently able travelers. And
That's
so
awesome.
Maggie D'Souza, who's my producer, she went around looking, and she found planes, trains, and canes. And she showed it to me, and we all said, definitely, we have to have Mona Minkara on. And so we did last year. Thank you so much for doing that for us. We had
Thank
you.
you. I wish I could have just gone in person. I haven't been to Malaysia yet.
I know that would have been. You've been near enough. You've been to Singapore, but not near enough. So you'll have to put us on your wish list, your bucket list next time.
You are on the bucket list.
It's good. We'll be happy to have you here in real life. Definitely.
Okay, so what did you feel like you connected with when you watched Planes, Trains, and Canes? Did you feel like you connected with the show?
Absolutely. As I said, Zafigo is all about empowering women to travel, and it's a lot of work trying to get women who are able-bodied, to go out and work, because it's not about their bodies really; it's about their minds, right?
Yes, so
You
good.
know,
Yeah.
it's about having the confidence and the courage to go out there, especially on their own. In Asia, there are a lot of women who are quite nervous about that. They've been very dependent on the men in their lives, etc., etc. But in the past few years, because travel has become cheaper, there are a lot more women going out either with their girlfriends or sometimes even venturing on their own. So, we've always tried to inspire women to go out there, because we really believe that if you travel successfully, you gain that confidence that also helps you in other areas of your life, right? So, but when we saw your YouTube, your planes, trains, and canes, we thought, whoa, this is another level altogether. Totally. I mean, gosh, and that's why we connected it, because you were taking it like one step further. I mean, there are things you do there. Let me tell you that I know a lot of women who, whether they can see or they can walk or they can hear whatever, they still wouldn't dare, because oh no, foreign country, I can't speak the language, I don't know, what do I do. And so seeing you is just so inspiring, that it's really, I mean, I still, when I watch it, I'm still going like, oh my god, it's fantastic, it's wonderful.
What does it trigger in you? And can we tell the audience, I presume you're sighted yourself?
Yes.
So this was like a new venture. So when you watch it and you're like, oh my god, what is it that's triggering in you? What does it make you feel?
Well, I particularly love the episodes where You're in London and you're in Japan, because I know both those countries really well. But what you did is you really opened up a whole new dimension to those countries that I wasn't aware of, because I'm a
Mhm.
sighted person. Like, for example, Japan, all those things about the traffic lights and the different sounds. I mean, I've heard them. I've heard them. I used to live in Japan, in fact, a long time ago. I've heard all those sounds and I just accepted them. I never wondered, like, what are they for? It's partly because, you think of Japan and the Japanese as very into cute things. And so whatever they do is all cute. So you sort of assume that they must be doing this just to be cute, like the traffic lights and go cuckoo, cuckoo,
Yeah, but they're
cuckoo.
very pragmatic people too.
But
Everything
yeah,
has a purpose. Yeah.
absolutely, there's a reason for all of this. So that really opened my eyes to it, Mona.
It's
So that the
awesome.
next time I go to Japan, I'm really going to take note. And I also didn't know about the subways having different sounds. I mean, there's so much sound actually in Japan. I'm sure you found that.
Yeah, but it's amazing. There's so much sound, but it seems like it's so quiet too. It's actually kind of phenomenal. It's an
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
experience.
Well, when I used to live there, I used to think that it's a very dualistic country. It can be one and the other at the same time. Very refined, but also not so, and
Mm.
very modern and very old fashioned at the same time. But yeah, you're
Yes.
right. Quiet and also
So
noisy. But it's good to know that the noise has a purpose for the most.
yes, and it was really cool. Do you feel like there are other new aspects of blind culture or like something that you learned through the show, like other than like the Japan thing that you were talking about, but was there anything else that kind of struck you, especially about blind culture?
Well, I think watching you, I mean, you're the most empowered blind person I've ever met, for sure. Um, because here, I mean, of course, we have, blind people here. There's a training school, and I used to know some of them, Malaysian Association of the Blind.
Mm.
But it's kind of limited. Their scope is so limited, and that they become like masters and things like that.
Yeah, that's like a thing I learned about with that. I don't
Yeah,
know. I first time
in
I
Asia,
heard about
I
it, it was
think
in Japan.
I think in Asia that's a thing. Like you have
Yeah,
all these.
blind people become misters. Yeah.
Yeah, but and you get one or two who advance and become professors and all that, but not that many and not very much highlighted. And I think there's a lot about confidence that I learned from you. That is possible
Oh.
with blind people, and I think that's something that we can learn here. And I don't know. I think I'm going to contact the people at the blind association here and say, watch this. Well, not for them,
Yeah,
but
please
anyway,
do, please.
they're allies. Watch this and see. How inspiring it could be for them, and how the world can literally open up. Yeah, for
Well,
them.
I think the thing about the show for me is that I was just being myself. It's not like I was going out and intending to be confident or intending to, I just wanted to explore the world just like anyone else. And I wanted
Right.
to do it like in a, I don't know, like a free way. Do you feel like it was entertaining to watch? Were there moments that you found
Oh, absolutely.
funny?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to sound condescending or something, but you are so cute. I mean, the way you I no look, I'm from Asia. I'm from Malaysia. We're not so used to seeing, a hijabi woman who's a professor who's also, blind, going around and talking in this very American way. So for us, I don't know if it's the wrong word, but it is quite a novelty, but a very empowering and inspiring one. Um, but I must tell you that you scare the hell out of me sometimes, because some of
Oh,
those
tell me,
scenes,
yeah.
even though I know that, there's Natalie, yeah, your friend Natalie with you videoing you, but some scenes like you were wandering around in South Africa looking for your hotel, and that was really scary. I mean, it's like anyone could have jumped you or something, I don't know, because I'm a mom.
I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel scared. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, like, I do have to say that, like, when I was a graduate student, I spent a lot of time, actually I did martial arts and I did self-defense classes, but that, I feel like that just gives you confidence. I'm not saying like that
yeah,
gives you credit to be dumb in how you maneuver, but we had done our research. It seemed like it was an okay area, but I think what made it scarier for people that it was dark and there was like
yeah.
nobody around.
That's right. That's right.
But like,
Exactly.
it's
I
like,
mean,
you know.
you know, whether you can see or you can't see, it's not a situation that, most of us would want to get into, because it's just scary. So yeah, those were those moments for me. But the rest of it is just so lovely, and sometimes frustrating, because sometimes, like, oh my gosh, you stay so much longer to find a place. But it's also a learning thing for us. How do we
Yeah,
make
it's okay. Like for
it?
me, it's like it's okay for me to get lost. It's okay. And honestly, I feel like if it was longer, it wasn't like that much longer a lot of times, like it was, I just had to kind of surrender to the experience and be okay with taking
Right,
time. And the second
right.
I did that though, it was fun. Like I hope it came across that I was enjoying myself.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, it does. And I was so thrilled you found that halal ramen shop in Tokyo.
I think
And the
he's
chef was,
Malaysian.
yes, exactly. Of all things, you find the one Malaysian ramen chef in
Yeah.
Japan.
Because I was like, I want to eat this. I want to eat this.
It looked delicious too.
It was so delicious. Um, okay, so we all know, I think everybody should watch Planes, Trains, and Canes, but do you feel like there's a certain group of people that would benefit from watching Planes, Trains, and Canes? If so, who are these people?
Policymakers. Absolutely,
Policy.
policymakers. Because I don't know. I mean, you haven't been here, but I really would love you to come and kind of audit us for how accessible, because I really think that it's probably not good enough. We have those cane guides on the ground, the ones
Yeah.
that you know guides you where to go and all that. We have that, but I'm sure that there's a lot more that we can do. And the thing is, a lot of policymakers here don't really understand, I think, what's needed to make everything accessible. We have ramps, we have those, cane
No,
guys and
no,
all
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
But there's more, and I mean, I know quite a lot of disabled people or differently able people, because I used to work with them a lot, and I keep wishing, what I learned. I mean, this is slightly different, but I once joined in a game of wheelchair basketball with a bunch of wheelchair basketball athletes. And the minute I got into a wheelchair, I was paralyzed. And because I was so scared I was going to tip over back and hit my head or something. But these people, they were like whizzing all over. And that's when I realized that if you make the, playing ground level, then everyone's equal, right? So they had,
Yeah.
literally taken the ground away from me, and then suddenly I was really wobbly, right? And that really made me realize, how much we need to, among
It's equal
everyone.
access. Equal access to everything.
Absolutely, so
Yeah.
you have to level the playing ground for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish policymakers would see this. I have to figure out how to get it in front of policymakers. Like
I'm
put the
gonna
show
I'm
in front
gonna
of them.
send the link. I'm gonna send a link to Planes, Trains, and Canes to a few people.
Oh yeah, please. Thank you.
That's what
And
I wish I
then,
could do. Like, look at this.
okay, my last question for you is,
Yeah.
what do you hope to see for future episodes of Planes, Trains, and Kings?
Oh gosh, I'd like you to, you know, visit more countries,
Yeah.
maybe a whole variety of different countries. And in a way, just see how things can be improved. I mean, I think you've done quite a nice variety, right? You've been in Asia, you've been in Europe, you've been in South Africa, you've been in Istanbul. Um, Maybe, I don't know, somewhere more mountainous or something, more
We're
bushra.
gonna, if this works out, we're gonna go to South America.
Oh
Um,
yes.
yeah,
Oh
yeah, we need
yeah.
to go there.
That's a different world. I've been there. It's fantastic. Yeah, I want you to go to Buenos Aires and go and do a tango lesson, Mona.
You're
That
the
would be
third person
something.
to tell me this.
Yeah, that's a thing to do in Buenos Aires.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any last comments? You want to tell us how you like? I really like the name Zafigo. How did you come up with it?
Oh, it's actually a corruption of Safe I Go. Because we were playing around and looking, for a name, and mainly we were at that time we were really thinking about safety for women when they travel. So we came up with that. We thought Safe I Go is too safe, so let's play around. And Google didn't mean a thing before, Yahoo didn't mean a thing before, so let's just invent something and then it becomes a thing. So yeah, Zafigo.com.
That's awesome. How old is the organization?
We've been around since 2014, so we're almost 7 years old.
That's
This year,
amazing.
yeah, it's a website really, and we post a lot of stories about travel, very women skewed. But of course, with this pandemic, when people cannot travel, we've been trying to give them ideas on what to do when you're stuck at home, but also not forgetting that one day we will travel again. So we
Yeah,
need
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
to keep people dreaming, and something to aspire to and be inspired by, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's fun.
Well, with that, if anybody wants to learn more about Safigo, the information will be down below. Please check it out. Go to the website and support them. Thank you so much, Marina, for your time and for this amazing interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mona, and all the best to you. Yeah, take care. Come and
Yeah,
see
you
us
too.
one day.
Oh, I want to. I
Come
want
and
to.
visit
I
us
definitely
one day.
want to go to Malaysia. Yes.
We're gonna feed you. That I promise. We'll feed you.
Ooh, nice. I'm always down for food anytime, any day.
Do you want to be on Planes, Trains, and Canes? Send us an email at planestrains@gmail.com.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Planes, Trains, and Canes. You can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And stay tuned for more episodes of Back to You.